hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing, yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times we'll be chilling and having a good time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the 4th week of September, so I am sitting down on this Friday to work on my weekly budget. So I will do my paycheck to paycheck budget check-in in my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner, which is what I use for all of my budget. I will stuff all of my cash envelopes as well as my sinking funds, which I have in this binder here. So if you guys are interested in seeing more, please stay tuned. So like I said, today is September 23rd, so it is the 4th Friday of September, and I am currently I get a paycheck every Friday from both my full-time job and my part-time job. However, my full-time job is actually switching payroll companies, and in doing so, they are going from paying weekly to paying bi-weekly. So that is going to be a huge change for me. I have been paid weekly for, I think, maybe when I was a teenager, we were paid bi-weekly when I had a part-time job when I was a teenager. Otherwise, I've always been paid weekly, so it's going to be a huge change for me. So one of the biggest things that will change is how I budget. So I currently have been every single Friday of the month, I do my budgeting. So I do my paycheck to paycheck, which is here. I do one of these every single week. And then every week I also do my, I marked on my transactions for that week, and then I separate it out over here into my weekly check-in. And then again, every single week, I stuff my cash envelopes and my sinking funds for that coming week, or upcoming week. So, by switching to bi-weekly, I am going to be, well, let's look at October, because that's when it's going to switch. So looking at bi-weekly, I am going to get paid on the 7th and the 21st. So those are the 2 Fridays that I will do those cash envelope stuffings, the sinking fund stuffing, and my paycheck to paycheck. So I will do it basically for 2 weeks worth, which is just going to be crazy for me. So another thing, when I'm doing my paycheck to paycheck, you guys know that like my expenses, these amounts here, like my Capital One credit card is $200 a month, so every week I'm taking out $50 a week for that credit card. Now it will be $100 a week, so I will take that minimum payment that is due, or like my rent is $400. I will take that amount, that's my monthly amount, and divide it by 2 instead of 4, and so I'll be taking 2 weeks out at a time opposed to 1. So it'll be a really big change for me, but we will just see how it goes, because I really have no choice in the matter. So yeah, so we kind of just have to go with it. So anyways, so like I said, back to this, we're working with the 4th week of September here, which consisted of the 17th through the 23rd, which is today. So I'm going to start off with my transactions, and we'll get to that page right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and start marking down all my transactions for the week. Zoom you guys in a little bit. So we're first going to start, it looks like on the 21st I had one expense for Target, and that color of expense sticker is pink. So if I pull out my expense key, so pink is spending, and then purple is groceries, teal is gas, orange is unbudgeted, and blue is sinking funds. So that's just how I color code the different expenses that I use throughout the week. So that Saturday was the 17th. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark down 9/17. And that amount was $16.46. That category was spending. And that was at Target. And to be honest with you, I cannot even for the life be right now think of what I got. That's okay, it was like a week ago. So now I'm just going to put a little check mark there because I got that expense taken care of. I had nothing on Sunday, and then on the 19th I had Hy-Vee and Aldi's. I'm going to grab out my purple pen. I like to color code, just like my stickers, I color code the expenses when I write them down with the designated color. So that was on the 19th, and the first one was $31.91, and that was groceries. If you guys do not have an Aldi's close, I feel very sorry for you because it is such a neat store. It's just I don't know, kind of like a bargain grocery store, and their produce, their vegetables, their fruit, their milk is so inexpensive. I mean, it's just a really, really neat store, and you can get your groceries for a lot cheaper than a regular supermarket. I have one, the closest one to me is about 30 minutes away, so it's not too far. But for like $79.11, I got like 8 bags of groceries. It's really, really a good way to save on groceries if you guys have one nearby. And again, if you don't, I am so sorry. So Aldi's was the same day, and that was $79.11. And we'll again mark down groceries, and that was at Aldi's. Okay, so that marks off that one. And that's it for groceries for the week. And then, let's see, trying to move you guys into the camera screen there so I don't have to keep zooming in and out. Next is gas, which was on the 20th. So we have $9.20. And gas was $86.21. And that was at Casey's, per usual. And then we have, okay, so we have an orange, which is unbudgeted. And it was for school pictures. So I contemplated taking the $120 out of my kids' sinking fund, but I decided not to. So I just did it as unbudgeted, which for me that means the rollover that I have every week after I do my paycheck to paycheck budgeting. So after I pay all of my bills, all of my expenses, any debt, my sinking funds, and my cash envelopes, after all of that is paid, whatever I have left just goes into my account as a rollover. So that's where that money is coming from. So that was on the 22nd for school pictures. And it's crazy to me how much school pictures are. I don't feel like they were that much last year, but oh well. So description, I'm just gonna put school pictures there. And that would be for 3 kids, and each one before tax and everything was $39. So then when you add on tax, it ended up being like 44-ish some odd dollars. So yeah, pretty expensive, but I'm excited to get them back. Okay, so that takes care of that one. And then the last one was another spending, which was today. I ate at Subway for lunch today. So that is the 23rd. and that was $6.61. And that category will be spending. And we will mark down Subway. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there, and then I'm just going to grab my little no spend stickers, and I'm just going to put this down on any day that I did not spend money. And what I mean by spend money is, well, and actually I didn't have any bills come out this week, but like last Friday I had my RV bill. That's not really considered me spending money on that day because I have to pay that. But I am referring to like any of these categories. If I don't spend money from one of those categories on a specific day, I will put down a no spend sticker. So I just have 2 days this week without spending any of that money. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I have all of my calendar overview done with bills. I am going to go here, and I'm going to take these transactions and move them into the week 4 to get them totaled up. And I was just thinking, I forgot to write unbudgeted for last week. I had those 2 chiropractor copays. I'm just going to do that quick. And I forgot to total them up over here. So we'll do unbudgeted. It was $20 total because I went 2 different days. And I'm not going to put anything remaining because it's part of my rollover. Okay, so we're starting with the 17th here. So that's where my transactions start for the week. So we'll start with, again, the spending category. And my calculator out here. Okay, so we had the $16.46. And then my second spending was down here, which was $6.61. So that gives me $23.07 for a total. So I give myself $25 every week for spending. So I'm just going to open my billfold up here. And in my cash dividers, I'm going to pull out what I have left in spending. So I have $1 left, which is what it should be, because the change from the 7 cents went into my billfold, and then I just keep the $1 left over. So I'm just going to set that aside. And so that means that remaining is $1 for the week. And then when I get into the cash stuffing and the sinking fund stuffing, I'll show you guys what I do with that extra money over here. So the next one is going to be groceries. And I had the 2 different transactions for the week. So the first one was Hy-Vee, which was $31.91. And then the second was $79.11 at Aldi's. So that gives me a total of $111.02. And for groceries each week I get $125. So we'll just take that minus $125, so it's $13.98. Except we're not going to do the change. So it should be $13 left over. So we will take, so groceries is the first one here. And we do have that $13. Okay, and then next is unbudgeted. And that total was $120. And again, I'm just going to put a line for the remaining like I did the previous week. And then last we have gas. And that was $86.21. And I actually, let's see here. So gas has been at $90. So we have $3 left over for gas. So we'll just put a remaining of $3 because I do $90 a week for gas. So there is my transactions and the weekly check-in all complete. So now we're going to move on to the paycheck to paycheck check-in, which is right here. So I'm going to mark down my two incomes, my full-time and part-time, and then my expenses, my cash envelopes, what I have for sinking funds, and then I will break the paycheck down at the bottom here. So I am going to, it's a really dark day outside, it's really cloudy, so I feel like the lighting is super, super dark. I'm trying to adjust my light so that it's not so dark, but it's not working. So sorry if this video is a little darker. Okay, so I'm going to start with my full-time job. And the payday is today, so 9/23. And that was $745. So if you remember at the beginning of the video when I was telling you guys that I will be getting paid bi-weekly starting in October, so this amount will double. So I will actually be getting $1,490 every 2 weeks, so that's the amount I will write here. And then my part-time job is still going to be a weekly paid. However, it's only $262 every week, and I don't want to just budget out that amount every single week, so I think I'm actually just going to let that sit in my account when I get paid on Fridays. But then the following Friday, when this comes through times 2, I will then use that $262, which will be times 2, and I will use that to budget bi-weekly as well. I mean, if it was a larger amount, I think maybe I would still use it as weekly, but I think since it's smaller, I'm just going to do that and budget all at the same time every bi-weekly with this one. So part-time also came through today, and that was $262.50. So if we get those two added, whoops, I wish I got that much every week. So $1,007.50 is my total income for the week. And again, this does not include any online income or any other income sources. This is only my fixed income that I can count on 100% that I will be bringing in. That way I know that all of these bills are taken care of with my fixed income. And then I count my variable income into my budgeting in the month, and then it goes to debt snowball. So now I'm going to move down here to expenses. So we're going to start with Capital One, which is $50. And again, when I do this in October, that amount will be, I'll be writing down $100. It'll just be so different. PayPal is $10. And then we have my vehicle, which is $152. The camper is $51. And then I have rent, which is $100. Utilities are $35. Hulu for TV is $17.50, and then Verizon, which is the phones, is $34.75. So just like income, we are going to get this added up for expenses. So we have our 50, 10, 152, 51, 100, 35. Come on, there we go. 35, 1750, and 34.75. So $450.25 is what we will be taking out of this for expenses this week. Then I'm going to move down to cash envelopes. So groceries, I'm going to leave it the same at the $125. Same as gas, or same with gas at $90. And then same with spending at $25. I believe that's $240. So we have the $125, $90, and $25. So $240 for the week for cash envelopes. And then I have 10 sinking funds, so I'm going to go ahead and do that next. First is back to school, which school just started, but now I am replenishing that sinking fund for next year. So that's going to get $20 a week. And then car insurance, and that is $15. And then car maintenance is $10. And Christmas, which is not that far away, like a couple months. That's just, or I guess kind of 3, but it's coming up rather quickly. $50 for Christmas. And then for the fair, I do $15. Household is $10. And kids is also $10. And then we have personal care is also $10. Next is school tuition. Oh, I almost forgot how to spell it there for a second. And that one is at $25. And then last is vacation. I don't have a vacation planned at the moment, but that one is going to be $20. Okay, so we have the 20, 15, 10, 50, 15, 10, 10, 10, 25, and 20. So $185 this week for sinking funds. Okay, so I have all my income, expenses, cash envelopes, and sinking funds filled out. So now I'm just going to kind of bring everything, or every category down here. So we have income, expenses, cash envelopes, and sinking funds. I'm just going to abbreviate that because I don't feel like writing it out. So income, I'm just going to bring this total down here. So we have $1,007.50. Our expenses were $450. I just about had a heart attack because I looked up at the little viewfinder on my camera and I thought it wasn't recording for some reason, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I've been talking for so long and that was not recording. So sorry for the little pause, but I just had a minor heart attack. So it's recording, we're good. So expenses were $450.25. Cash envelopes were $240. And last is sinking funds were $185. Okay, so I'm going to total the top, those categories up, or the bottom 3, I guess. So the $450.25 plus $240 plus $185 is $875.25, and then I take that off of my income, so that leaves me with $132.25. So currently that just sits in my account for like unbudgeted expenses, such as the school pictures I had this week. And then at the end of the month, I take it all, whatever is left in there, and put that towards a debt snowball payment. So that's what I do with that extra remaining money from my paychecks. Okay, so we got all of that out of the way. Now is for the fun stuff, which is to take all of my cash, and I will stuff my cash envelopes for the week, as well as my sinking funds. Before I start stuffing my envelopes, I just had to show you guys quick. I got some new inventory. So you guys always ask me where I get my sinking fund binder. So this is mine, has a little insert here, and then it has all of my current sinking funds. They're all 6-hole punch. They fit in this binder. It has some cute pockets. So I got some new colors in. So this is just the white, obviously. Has tons of little pockets here, a pen holder, bigger pockets on each side, and then your 6-hole punch. So I have all of this. I have it in white. Then we have a light blue. We have a dark green, a light lavender color, and then a cute baby pink color. We have teal, black, and like this daffodil yellow color. So I have all of those. They are listed on my website, which is moreyjune.com. And then I spent all day yesterday making new envelopes. I have several different sets on my website. They're all listed on there. So you can choose them with 2 options. So the first option is that they will be 6-hole punch to fit into a binder. It's a A5 binder, I'm pretty sure is the size. So it fits in a binder, and they have it's about 1 inch extra of lamination down here, and I hole punch them, so they will come to you just like this with the 6-hole punch. You will have a customized label on the front, so you'll specify what you want it to be. And then on the back, you will have your expense tracker. So I use a wet erase marker. So I just use these from Erin Condren, and I sell these on my website as well. So you can get everything in one place. You can get the binder, the envelopes, and the markers. So it has date, amount, and total. So I always write on here if I am putting money in or taking money out of a sinking fund. That way I can quickly look at the back of it without having to count the money inside if I want to know what's in there. So anyways, that's what you'll specify. So you can either specify the 6-hole punch, or if you want the ones that fit in a wallet, which look like this. So, and this has a blank label, which I will get to that in a second, because you can also choose that. But this one is laminated. It does not have that extra at the bottom. So this one would fit into a wallet, and you can use it that way. It also comes with a personalized label, and then has the expense tracker on the back. If you would rather have the front label be blank so that you can write in your category, such as I did here, maybe you aren't going to have a category for very long and you want it to be blank so that you can reuse the envelope but change the category, the blank is a great option. So you can get it blank, or you can get it with the personalization. I'm not gonna show you guys all of these. I'm gonna go into a detailed video showing all of them, and I'm just gonna show you some of them. I have a lot of like bright colored ones. Now these, obviously they have the trackers on back for now, but they don't have the envelope or the labels because they're completely customizable. But so each set comes with 5 So this one here would be the first set. So this one is foiled, has kind of a zebra print, polka dots. This one is foiled. So this would be an example of one of the sets. So again, you would choose the personalization label, and then you would choose if you want it to fit in a wallet or if you want that extra and then for it to be 6-hole punch. So that's just an example of one of them. And I have 4 different kinds of that bright. These ones I think are so, so cute. It's kind of like a buffalo plaid print. So like one of the sets would be all of this right here. So this would be a set of 5. I just think they're so adorable. So again, you have your expense trackers on the back, and then you'll specify if you want a blank or a customized label on the front. I just love those. I have 3 different sets of, or different kinds of the buffalo plaid. I have some florals, more florals. I have some gold foil, and then let's see. So as you can see, there's so many designs, and then I have some super cute tie-dye. So lots of colorful, and then I am adding, I just have to finish cutting the paper, but it's like a black gloss. There's different designs in the black pattern that are glossy. It's super cute. So anyways, these are all listed on my website, www.moreyjune.com. You guys can go check them out, order if you would like, and even order a whole set. Order your binder, your envelopes, your markers, and I'll put it all together for you and ship them out as soon as possible. So again, that's www.moreyjune.com. I'm just going to start with my cash envelopes. So that would include groceries, gas, and spending. So for groceries, I do 125. So I'm going to get rid of the 100 first, and then take a 20 and a 5, and we will get that put in my billfold for the upcoming week. Next is spending. Oh, there's something written on this, $20. Huh. Okay, so spending gets 25. So I will get that in the spending divider. And then last is gas, and gas is at 90. So 50, 70, and 90. So that will be stuff for the week as well. And I'm going to set that aside and bring out my I totally just drew a blank, my sinking fund binder. So again, the different categories I have is back to school, car insurance, car maintenance, Christmas, fair, household, kids, personal care, school tuition, vacation, and then this is debt snowball, which I'll show you guys that in a little bit. And so I'm going to use my Erin Condren wet erase marker to mark on the what I'm adding in on the back. So we're going to start with back to school. Back to school is going to get $20, if I could grab one. So we'll get that put in there. And last week my balance was $80. So I am adding in 20. Today's the 23rd. So I'm adding in 20, and that balance is going to be 80. So honestly, nothing will be taken out of that envelope until far, far into next year, unless the kids see, you know, I don't know, something that they just absolutely have to have for school next year. But I don't see that happening until we go shopping next August. Usually when we go. So next is car insurance. And last week that one had 30, and that's because I just paid my car insurance. So now I'm starting to replenish this one. I pay my car insurance on a 6-month basis, and I would actually pay it yearly if they allowed that, but they don't. It's either monthly or every 6 months. So that one gets $15. So we'll do a 10 and a 5. And we'll get that in there. I'm actually thinking about making some new envelopes since I just got all the cute new designs. I'm thinking about making some new of these sinking fund envelopes as well as the cash envelopes that go in my billfold. So I don't know, we'll see. If I get some spare time, I might go ahead and do that. Next is car maintenance, and that one gets $10, and last week it was at $20. And I just paid my my registration for my yearly car tags on this too, so that's why that one is lower. So that one is also being replenished for next year. So that total is going to be at $30. Next is Christmas, and last week we were at $800. Christmas gets $50, and that will put this one at $850 for the week. Okay, next is the fair. I'm just going to adjust my money here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so next is the fair, and the fair gets $15. If I could grab it. And so I was at $90 in this one last week. Our fair is the very end of July, so I'm replenishing it for that. So this is now going to be at $105. Household gets $10. I haven't made a Sam's Club trip yet. So hopefully soon I can do that, because this one will be up to $140. Which actually doesn't get you a whole lot at Sam's Club. I mean, obviously the prices are cheaper per item, but since you're buying it in bigger quantities, it really adds up fast. That $140 will go fairly fast if I were to go to Sam's Club. Next is kids, and kids also gets $10. So this is the envelope that I was saying earlier that I was thinking about taking my kids' picture, the money for that, out of, but I decided to just use it as unbudgeted instead. Right or wrong, I don't know. So this one is at $140 for the week. So personal care is $10, and that puts that one at $80 for this week. And to get this off of these, or even if you ordered the blank category label at the front where you write it on, you can just use, like, I just use wet wipes, or baby wet wipes. That works really good. And even just a paper towel and water. I just keep a little package of baby wipes up at my desk to wipe off the backs, but honestly, paper towel and water works just as good. And it does not smear. Like, I just wrote that on. No smear whatsoever. So they work a lot better than dry erase markers. Okay, next is school tuition, which last week I had $50, and this one gets $25. I'm just going to turn this to make it a little easier to write. So we're at $9.23, putting in $25, which puts this one at $75. And then last is vacation. Vacation is at $200. I'm putting in $20. So this one will have $220 for this week. So that is all of my sinking funds. Now for this here, this debt snowball, what I do is that extra money that I took out of my cash envelopes for the end of the week, so what I had left over in the groceries, the spending, and the gas envelopes, I take that out and I put it in this envelope, or this sinking fund, or what am I trying to say? Yeah, envelope. And then at the end of the month, I take all the money that's in here, along with all of whatever extra money I had throughout the month from online income or my rollover from my paychecks, and I put that towards a debt snowball payment. So I like to have this in here just because it's easier because I'm already working in this binder at the very end, and this is what I do at the end. So I'm going to be adding in 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, $18 into this envelope. And $18 doesn't seem like a whole month, but when you're doing it, so like last week I had 24, the first week I had 8, so it was already at 32. You know, and at the end of the month, that towards, you know, that would go to all principal because I'm already making the minimum payment on whatever debt I'm going towards. So that with, or the minimum payment plus this extra that goes solely to principal, it really makes a difference in your debt. Just anything extra that you can throw at your, along with your minimum payment for debt, makes a huge difference because it goes solely to the principal, whereas when you're making your minimum payment, I would say the majority of it is going to interest, and that's why it takes so long to pay off, especially credit cards. So yeah. So my sinking funds are stuffed for the week. I have one more week of getting just a weekly paycheck, which if I could get this opened. So I have one more week of that, and then starting in October, my first paycheck will be on the 7th, and then the second will be on the 21st. So I will have, I think it's March, because with September, if you see September, I would have had 3 paychecks. And that only happens twice a year, that there's 5 Fridays. So I think the next one would be March, that I would have another 3 paychecks in a month opposed to 2. But anyways, next week we'll continue with just the one paycheck, or the single weekly paycheck, and then we'll move on to bi-weekly from there. So big changes. If you're interested in any of the stickers you saw here, the expense tracker, any of the spend stickers, these monthly stickers, they're all listed in my website, www.moreyyjune. And again, go on there and check out all the envelopes that I made. They're very cute. Personalize them, customize them, however you want to use them. So go check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe and click the bell to get notifications. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!